Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi. My name is Lauren and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you a thorough review and comparison of the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie versus the Chanel WOC. We'll talk about pricing, pros and cons, wear and tear, versatility, wearability, all of that. So if you're curious to see what my thoughts are on both of these bags, then please keep on watching. So small disclaimer before we start the video, I wanted to let you know that this Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie is actually not my bag, but rather has been very kindly gifted to me by a fake factory. I have collaborated with them in the past on real versus fake videos and have always been very pleased with the quality of their items. Here, once again, the bag looks absolutely gorgeous. It is made of the exact same material as normal Louis Vuitton bags, so canvas for this one. For this one I picked Damier Azur, and the Damier Azur looks exactly like the real Damier Azur. I have one Louis Vuitton Spiron backpack, an authentic one, that's in Damier Azur, and honestly this Damier Azur is absolutely flawless. It looks just like the real thing. So if you are interested in purchasing this particular bag or really anything else from the fake factory, they obviously have other Louis Vuitton bags, but also other bags from other brands. They have jewelry, they have shoes, they have accessories. So if you are interested in purchasing anything from the fake factory, then I will go ahead and leave all of the relevant information in the description box of the video down below for you, along with the coupon code. I would highly recommend them. So let's start our comparison with pricing, and honestly the difference is shocking. So this particular Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie in Damier Azur retails for $1,490 plus tax. Obviously if you get the authentic one. If you don't, it is much less. And this Chanel WOC over here, by the way, this one is in lambskin leather with gold hardware, and it's obviously in black. So this one, particular one, retails for $3,550 plus tax. So you could pretty much buy two of these for one of those. That's how big the difference is. The prices do vary, especially depending on the material. So for example, this one, if you get like the empreinte, it's a little bit more. I believe we're around like $1,600, and this one also kind of based on the variations, the price slightly varies, but we're still around the $3,500 mark. So a very shocking price difference. Next, we have versatility and wearability. So if I look at both of these bags, at least in my mind, it seems to me that the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie is a little bit more versatile than the Chanel WOC, simply because this one is really best suited for everyday wear. I feel like it's casual enough to wear, you know, for daily errands, for kind of, you know, a quick walk in the mall, a quick, I don't know, doctor appointment, really anything, you know, Starbucks run, absolutely anything. So really well suited for everyday life. But you could also take this bag out for, you know, more formal occasions. For example, I'm thinking about this bag as a really nice bag if you are invited to a wedding that's in the summertime, and you know, you often have like, I don't know, like a pastel dress or something like that. Usually here in the US it's those types of dresses. This would go perfectly with that, especially because of the Damier Azur. It would look amazing. So very versatile, could be used during the day, but could also be used for even formal occasions, which is really nice. This, however, no matter how much I love Chanel, I do have to admit that it's not really best suited for everyday wear. I would feel a little weird taking a walk out like this during the day for, I don't know, like going to the doctors. It would feel a little, I don't know, iffy. I don't really think that this is like a day bag or even a casual bag. This really to me is more of like an occasion thing. Also with the choice of color, this is probably best suited for winter, but even regardless of that, because of the brand and then the bag's shape, to me it seems like it really is best suited for occasions only, and nighttime occasions should I say, and this one is versatile enough to be worn both during the day and at night. Next up on our comparison list, we have the wear and tear. And I've obviously had this bag for a really long time. I've had the bag for probably 8 or 9 years. This, in fact, is my very first designer bag. That's how old it is, so very old. This one I have just received, but already I can tell you that to me the wear and tear for canvas is minimal compared to for leather. So this bag is in lambskin leather, which is pretty much the worst when it comes to wear and tear. It really is easy to get scratches on this bag. It really is easy to, you know, damage the bag by putting it and kind of like banging it around corners, putting it in weird places. It's easy to damage a bag, but even if it was in lambskin, even if it was in caviar, it is much less durable than canvas. Canvas is extremely durable. I mean, this bag already is like pretty much, yeah, no wear and tear. I can't imagine that it would have wear and tear. Like I said before, I had the Sparrow bag in Damier Azur, and I've worn this bag so much that, you know, you can see like a huge patina on the bag, but the Damier Azur itself still looks impeccable. So canvas really is where it's at. And then also in terms of wear and tear, if you look at the closure system, it's quite interesting. So the closure systems are about the same for both of the bags. It's really something that you gotta like pull, and then, you know, the bag opens, and then you gotta push right here to close. The one thing that I will say about that, this obviously is, like I said, an old bag. So they've recently changed the closure system on some of the WOCs, so it might not be exactly the same, but at least for this closure system, it is very impractical and does damage the bag every time that you close the bag, because you gotta press down really hard here in order to close it, and it's gotta be matched with the closure system at the back. So that means that, you know, sometimes like you push in the leather and it damages the bag quite heavily. Here, same closure system, so the same, you know, principle applies, but because it's canvas, it's, you know, you cannot ruin canvas. So this is much more durable and will have a lot less wear and tear than leather. Now let's dive into the features of the bags, the characteristics, and, you know, what they come with. So the first thing obviously is those bags are kind of like the same model, and they both come with a long strap or a chain. So the strap drop on the Chanel bag is 60 centimeters, whereas for the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie it's 55 centimeters. So this one is a little bit shorter than the Chanel one. So I have heard from many people that, you know, complain about, the strap drop for the Chanel bag is very long, and it is. I mean, I'm not saying that it isn't. So for me, it's not a problem because I'm extremely tall. I'm 5'11" or 180 centimeters. So for me, the strap drop on the Chanel bag is perfect. But I can understand that that's not the case for everybody, because I understand that I'm like, probably my height is like 98th or 99th percentile. So not everybody is 5'11". So obviously that might be a problem for some people. So here the strap drop is quite long, and this one is a little bit shorter, so it might be best suited for your needs, because I'm also assuming you're not going to be 5'11". The one thing, even for me, I will say about the Chanel bag, it is very long compared to the bag itself, if that makes sense. Like I was trying to see how to phrase this in my head, but it kind of looks odd because the bag is small. Like obviously it's a mini bag. The bag is small, but the strap is so long. Even for me, it rests on my like lower, let's say like upper thigh, but it's very long. So it kind of creates like an imbalance within the bag itself, if that makes sense. Like I hope that you can follow me here, but yeah. So not ideal, I would say. This feels a little bit better, even for me. It looks wise, it is better. So I think for me, the strap drop, I really prefer something smaller. I know that you can make it shorter for the Chanel one. I've obviously seen like the million videos that are around that are showing you how to shorten the strap for the Chanel one. But if it's already shorter, when you purchase it from the store, I prefer. So the strap drop for me on the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie is much better, even for somebody who's tall. Our next thing is going to be looking at some of the things that the bags come with. So we've already talked about the strap length, but here we're going to talk about what the inside comes with. So for the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie, it actually comes with removable organizers, 2 of them. The first one is this little pink thing right here. It's kind of like a card holder. I would say it functions just like a card holder. And it comes with 8 slots, so you can fit 8 cards inside. If you don't use cards or you simply don't want this is 100% removable, so that will obviously leave you with a little bit more room inside of the bag. And then it also does come with this second little pouch right here, so practical if you want to fit your keys, or if there's something that you want to store in a separate pocket, it does come with that. Once again, it is also 100% detachable, so it is extremely convenient. I love the fact that you can have the option to use that or not. For the Chanel WOC, it is not at all the same thing. So it does have the same thing as this one, the card holder kind of scenario. It fits 6 slots, so 6 cards, but it is not removable. So if you don't want it, that's too bad for you. You're still gonna be stuck with it inside of your bag. So, I mean, it's not like it takes up a bunch of space, but it's just if you don't like the design of it, then, there it is, and you're kind of stuck with that. So that for me is a big downside. I also feel like if we take a look at the width of the bags, this is a very different. You can see the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie is a little bit larger, is a little bit wider at the bottom. So it fits a tad more, and for me that's like tad more is right what I need. The Chanel WOC is a bag that I don't take out very frequently, simply because it honestly doesn't fit anything. When I think about, what my like date night essentials are, it's a little bit more than just like, like my driver's license. Like, of course I need my phone like everybody else, but I also, need like my car key, possibly my home key, a small perfume sample from Louis Vuitton. I would like to bring, like a lipstick or a lip balm, whatever it is that I'm using. And this just simply will not fit in the Chanel WOC. And that for me is kind of like a deal breaker about this bag. This, what I like about it is that it is teeny but mighty. It is tiny but mighty. So it is not a big bag. It is not something that, looks or feels bulky. It's right, like the perfect size, but it still fits all of the essentials that I've just mentioned, which I know are a little bit more than essentials, but for me they kind of still are, if that makes sense. So I highly appreciate this bag for that, for the fact that it has the removable organizers that give you the option to use them or not, and for the fact that it fits a little bit more than the Chanel WOC. So in conclusion, I would go ahead and personally favor the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie over the Chanel WOC. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you probably know that I'm a huge Chanel lover. I love the brand. It is my favorite brand by far. I have so many bags from them that I use and love dearly, but I do have to admit that this bag isn't as functional as the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie. In addition to that, the price is overly expensive. I mean, you can pretty much like fit 2 of these into a price of 1 of those. So for me, it's hard to justify that. It fits a lot more. I feel like the size of the strap drop is just better. It's suited for everybody, including for me. And then, it really is more versatile. You can remove the organizers. It's very practical. So in between the both of them, if you had the choice, I would go ahead and favor the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was beneficial and informational for you in case you were looking at acquiring either one of those bags. Obviously, they're both great options for different reasons, but like I said in the conclusion, I would go ahead and recommend the Louis Vuitton Pochette Félicie over the Chanel WOC. If you are interested in getting this particular bag from Louis Vuitton or really any other handbags, jewelry, shoes, accessories from the fake factory, then once again, all of the relevant information will be in the description box of the video down below for you, along with the coupon code. I would highly recommend that you check out their website. I was really surprised with the quality of their goods, happily surprised, should I say. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.